I managed to calm down the past few days after the slip-up in the garden club. Rose and Scylla were true to their word. I know they were. These people... Saurians, I can... Oh, God, really? We're starting off like this? They are people, Saurians, I can trust. Why are we making this... I feel like the other way around makes more sense. This implies that she's becoming more racist. But there's this niggling feeling of fear in the back of my head. There was something constant. Nani finding out about college was inevitable, but that would have to... but it could wait. It could wait a little longer. At least until I've made sure that he had friends he could rely upon. This implies you're going in the middle of something. Racism is advancing, yes, and I don't know if the author's aware of that. Then I go back to news. I could let Mom and Dad know. Sorry, Mom and Dad. Your little Tom and Papi may not have enough time left together like at this rate, like you wanted it. Come on, focus on it. Time to double down and make things ready for your applications. When I hear Saurians, see Dragon Dogma. Well, ones are not dinos. Well, you know you're right. The school was not over yet, and the deadline for applications was in April. Plenty of time to get situated with scholarships and final grades before sending your records out. Plenty of time to stress about literally everything happening all at once. Ugh, no, enough of that thought. You managed to get Anon back on track, that's good. Helped him a ton. Why are we... Maybe we'll go... Okay, so why are we doing a fucking recap? This was last chapter. Needs a confidence boost to give myself... I feel like a lot of fics are written with the perspective of, like, the author takes 2 fucking months off in between chapters. But that's never the case. They shit this stuff out like diarrhea. So why write it like you need a recap? I already know he's good at throwing. That's how he got in the team. Having monkey feet's a hell of a thing. Yeah, the racism in this is a lot more blatant, but it's not an interesting kind of racism. It's just very weird racism, alright? It's a hell of a thing. Are we really going there? Hell of a boss, am I right, gamers? Like yesterday, we managed to do a good run. The sun was just good to hit the deck. Javelin probably... And I managed to somehow stumble pivot 90 degrees to throw pretty close to the rest of us are. Some take years off, punch drunk. Yeah! Where's my punch drunk? Maybe never. Maybe nowhere. That time is over. Whatever, well... Does Naka doing the unexpected? Does he, though? Again, with the fucking tittering. It's like we have to get this in the first fucking page, or we can't go on. Or second page, I guess. It feels like such a weird thing to do for someone who seems so extroverted and overt. To titter, instead of just properly laughing. Like, to me, Anna seems like the kind of person who would just laugh openly and wholeheartedly. Maybe it's supposed to hint at her more covert operations. I like how she's like, man, tails are great. Why does Anon fucking suck? Nasser eyes me with those beautiful golden eyes of his. Leaning forward on Anon's chin, blah, blah, blah. Oh, they're in science class. You're studying quite a bit, dude. Why does high school have a javelin field and don't have a fence around the runway? You know, that's a really good question. Like, I already mentioned this in the Chapter 3 stream. It's like... It's a weird sport to have at high school. Discus, kind of. Javelin? Eh. Shot put? Maybe. We're building Spartans and shit. Well, dang. The fucking Spartan project from Halo is not that literally about Spartans. Scholarships, so first gets it. Let's talk about med school for Christ's sake! Why not rap to Jesus? Why not that rap G? I've been told that apparently Wani Gamu is going to fix that. Going to give you a less overwhelming Inko. But I do wonder if that doesn't just fundamentally undermine the core of the character, though. I mean, you could do it more streamlined, but... Why do people stand anywhere but behind the runway? I also, a fantastic question. I mean, and I'll turn 90 degrees, but still, that's why you keep that area clean and clear. Hard to imagine as I see in her sometimes. I find this very interesting for you to say, lady who is literally keeping a secret from her fucking little brother. Never tell the scholars to go for that apply for them, waiting for answers. Swear to stick to gardening low-key. What is her big plan? Like, for all the shit she's done, what actual education does she want to follow? Because I don't... She feels very much like she's already in college doing something, and we're just not allowed to know what it is. To go up already running. Not lifting like me and the girls. You know, overtake you, man. Just making excuses. I know I've got guns you wish you had. This is a very weird thing to say for a guy who literally is training people to run. Like, I don't like when this happened in living memory, and I don't like when it happens here. It's like people have exactly one way to conceive of sports. It has to be competitive, it has to be a point of consternation, and it has to be something that makes people sweat all the damn time. There is no middle ground, there is no nuance, there's only the stereotype. Gestures vaguely in the direction. Nasser gazes heterosexually at me with his gilded pupils, unbidden lust tinted with a dark center. Please, Anon was one thing, but I cannot be seen with a tree grabber. Oh God, he needs me. She's gonna go to the Mary Sue School of Perfection in every aspect. I mean, at this rate, she is. There's very little that makes her like an actually bad character. Like, sure, she's keeping some secrets from Anon, and she jumps at stuff, but there's nothing about her that feels abhorrent, like a proper flaw of character that's getting in the way of what she wants. Because, remember, a character flaw isn't as much just being bad at something as it is denying them what they want. A fun character flaw is why a character hasn't achieved their hopes and dreams yet. Because if you think about it, like, that's the deal with Fang. Fang is not a fantastic musical artist because Fang refuses to let go of Trish and friends and things that they already know and explore outside of the realm of what they were told to adhere to, which is why the ending 3 is a bad ending. Anon isn't able to get the life that he wants despite complaining about it and all that stuff because he's conditioned to assume himself to be powerless in things. Inko cannot have the artistic dream of being a cool photographer man because he lacks the artistic vision, and he's too constrained by how he was raised. And the same goes for Olivia, who could have a fantastic art career if she just stopped getting in her own fucking way. Like, the character flaws are critical to the story itself. And while you could say, yes, her character flaw is that she's keeping a secret from Anon, in spite of the fact that they have this weird open relationship and they mutter all the time, none of it really feels like it's getting in the way of her plans as much as creating some wrinkles on the short term. Like, oh no, my character flaw is that I have to spend $5 every time I want to go for a walk. And it's like, that's not really a fucking flaw, is it? That's a minor inconvenience, financially speaking. Like, if she can't afford the $5, then it is. If on the long term it's going to cause issues, it works. Your problem, your flaw, can't have this short-term thing where it's like, yeah, you can just get over it. I know that for teenagers you can create that short-term, long-term extrapolation because of how life feels. But then the characters need to feel like teenagers who exist very much in the moment, and, you know, the dollar, the dinero, the buckaroony. Little topaz gems! I'm sorry. Are you going to hit it up with Nasser? You can't just cuck Naomi. The Chinese Juan. The good old Indian rupee. The Danish mark, the Norwegian kroner, the French franc, the British pound, the Turkish lira? How much longer I gotta go here, buddy? Gotta bring in pieces of 8. Got a good grip, too bad he's not me. Oh my god. I don't like this. Like, I know that she's athletic, but Nasser exercises. Why are we, like, shorthanding? So we really are going with nature versus nurture, and we're on the side of nature. Which is never the answer in situations like this. It should be the answer in far more complex magical situations, but not in fucking actual normal sports. Like, I get it, you climb on trees sometimes, but that's not the same as dedicated exercise. I assure you that if you lift a weight for fun every day, that's not the same as, like, actually practicing weightlifting. No mercy. Anyway, she won. Of course she wins, because every fucking time the protagonist wins! I don't know why we even have this. Why do we need her to be better than Nasser in this case? Why do we need this? I could understand if it was supposed to tie back into her character traits. It's like, okay, she just had a big emotional moment, and she's kind of like looking for a way to redeem herself. Like, she needs that ego boost. And you could have that be a thing. Or that whenever she truly gets down, she starts going after people. And she could never do it with Anon. But with these people, fucking cares. Anyway, we're just going to move on. Because I, again, don't understand what we're doing here. Is it character building? I guess. Do I care? No. It helps to care about the characters before you build them. But, you know. Goddamn it, it was a conversation with Fang and Trish. Probably because she's fucking student council president and someone complained to a teacher about it. She really should keep her snout out of other people's business. She's student council president. Odds are, she was in the room when Spears got the complaint from a student or teacher. Also, fucking snout. Why not just nose? Between this and nothing else matters, I'm seriously convinced that Swanfather just likes writing hot dog shit just to anger people. And make them... and just write crap for idiots who are too fucking stupid to realize they're being conned and had. It's a shitpost. But if you like it, it's on your expense, right? It's not like Snoot Game where the joke is you're supposed to be in on the joke. The joke here is that you're stupid enough to think this is good. And again, we're using Peachy Parasite. Fuck you, invent your own terms. You can't put these words in someone else's mouth. They're Anon's words. You're burning the room! Because she's in home ec, get it? Wait, why the fuck is Samantha teaching home ec? What's very true? Listen, my delay is such that I never know what people are actually talking about. Why is Samantha here? You know, one thing that always cracks me up is when a setting doesn't have enough characters, but people don't want to invent OCs, so you end up with the actual core canon characters ending up in the goofiest fucking places. This is one of those moments. We don't need Samantha to be here. Storing being for idiots, that's very true. Hell yeah, baby. Finally, someone who understands the truth. Man lives in a swamp below sea level. Like, the problem with Samantha being here is that it makes Fang's family too approachable. Half the point is that Fang's family is not available or approachable for the situation and problems at hand. Also, why is she here? She's a stay-at-home mom. She's written like a stay-at-home mom that has nothing fucking better to do with her life. Whew. Some people might say that, like, the character flaw from Anna is that Anna is in a situation where she doesn't, like, you could make the argument that her flaw is that her parents are imposing onto her, but I never get the feeling that's really going on. You cannot have a nice chat with Ripley about the weather, but Samantha will not let you talk. You were there to be talked to. That was the point. I like the idea of, like, Samantha isn't here to listen, you know? And Ripley just doesn't engage at all. Like, you can't just bring her to fucking school. Like, not to mention the fact that canon-wise, this is implied to be false because she attends the PTA meeting as a parent. If she's a teacher, why would she be there as a parent instead of a teacher? And I'm the mother of two beautiful children who attend this school. Also, being able to cook well and being able to teach cooking are two different things. I'm sorry to tell you. She pulled the mom card. That's cheating. Says the woman who constantly gets, like, mom-coded in weird ways. Again, the fucking mumbling is just getting pulled out constantly. And you might say that's a character flaw. It's not! It's just a lazy fucking hack around things. You can have characters be readable without them literally saying shit. Or you can just have them actually say it out loud. Like, what bothers me about this is that it constantly turns every bit of narrative text, every bit of descriptive text, into a possible citation, which is just fucking weird. So there's the part where Numer gets put in the Shinji chair. I hope soon. I would love for something to happen, but I don't think it's gonna. It isn't gonna be so confusing. I hate high school. Enough with the fucking music. We're going high on lounging. I love my assistant and Lucy there. I love my little tooth fairy. Don't call your fucking child a tooth fairy. What the fuck do you mean, tooth fairy? I would like to point out that her sweet tooth is never actually physically present. She eats dino nuggies. A savory dish. Why is she a tooth fairy? Well, funky monkey fucking rhymes. And you're a monkey! Also, kind of racist. Again, with, like... Oh! It's like, all the times I've bitched about the racism, I feel like I'm being haunted by it. Like someone is explicitly writing the shit version of the racism I prefer someone actually engage with. Instead of half-assing it. Why not Pirate Princess? Yes, that's a nice alliteration. And also relevant, and also known to be canon. Again, Swanfather is fucking with everyone. Or, he's the biggest fucking retard on this side of the planet. Either or. As a wise man once said, if you pretend to be an idiot long enough, you might as well be one. Listen, class, I have breeded. This is the only qualification I need to teach home at because we live in a sexist society. I am a woman, and I've had a child, and I'll be teaching this class. And then Gordon Ramsay's outside like, this is raw! And she's like, oh dear, of course it's raw. But you're not a woman, so you can go fuck yourself. Also, I think you have a brother, Enon. Let's see. Oh, she said they're into you as well. What? Okay, listen. I understand. Why are you switching pronouns here? Why does this happen so often? She said that she ran into you as well, you mean. Why are you using they? Women should be staying at home at this point. Why is Fang here? You can claim to be non-binary, but what matters is what's on your birth certificate. And then someone like sneaks in with like one of those correction fluids and goes like, nah, Fang is going to be from this point forward, and then it's just like a random letter, like a Q, and everyone's like, what does it mean? I can't believe I'm Q-gendered, like in Star Trek. Chat, insert that clip of Gordon Ramsay grilling over seeing deep fried pizza. Give me some of that deep fried slice. Fuck. Why is my phone buzzing? Anything to be distracted from the matter at hand. What the hell? God damn it. You telling me that a krill? What? Nah, that doesn't work as a joke. I'd have to workshop that a little bit. I was talking about him at the dinner table. Lucy, well, she had her into as well. What other name is Fang? Not quite caught. caused a misunderstanding. What if their name is Fang? I thought you were pissed. Or are you one of those people who's like, listen, I'll shoot a man dead and I'll torture him, but I will not misgender him. That's a step too far, even for me. Well, I do have a brother. Enon! Yes, she literally said you have a brother, Enon. She's to do with the track team. Yes, that's what... What? Is she just fucking looping? Wait, why are they going outside? Are you being abducted by her? That's terrible. The tiny matriarch. Why do people keep using that word? Precious, lovely family doing well together. I kind of want to take more responsibility, just because I feel like I'd be happier if I switched back over to that instead. Cleared the sinuses, as it were. Someone hit the side. He's looping again. I'm not a fucking pinball table. So Precious says she family do well together. Unlike with my family, who all are fucked up, but I keep pretending it's fine. If I just pretend it's fine, then at some point things will work out, right? I just gotta wait for some random fucking 4chaner to fix my daughter. That's a healthy way to approach family dynamics, right? So we have Anon, Anna, and Aaron. Say what you want about the Romans and Jews for betraying, crucifying Jesus, but at least they did not misgender him. They may have killed the son of the Lord, but at least they called him by his proper names. That's the one line you can't cross. Why is she fucking talking? Like, this is what I mean with, like, she feels old. Why is she having a discussion with someone else's mom? Like, why is she being so mom-coded? Oh, God. She's hanging out with Rosa, who has mom energy. She's hanging out with Miss Erin, who has mom energy. She keeps calling back to her mother, who has mom energies, by virtue of being an actual mom, and her mom specifically. They said I have a good option for college. She gets a scholarship for track. A scholarship for track. A scholarship for track. Anon O Mous. A scholarship for track. Wasn't the whole fucking point that his dad was going to pay for it? Giggles titter out. Jesus fucking Christ. Is she gonna be shipped with fucking Samantha? Like, I'm all for cucking the Ripley of all people, but the age difference is a bit much for me. Holy parental pressure. Wait, she is going to date Nasser because she and Nasser share the whole golden child problem. Which feels a little on the nose, but whatever. It's also really weird that the golden child is... Shouldn't the situation be that Anon is considered the golden child because men tend to be preferred in these situations? You know, then you can have some light sexism to go along with your heavy racism. And Anon doesn't like any of it, so moving out is partially because she wants to be in a situation where she's not constantly told, it doesn't matter what you do, just go marry some rich husband or whatever. Didn't say scholarship or being paid for college. The problem is that sentence implies that someone's paying for college, and how the fuck's it gonna be Anon? Holy parental pressure, Batman. Actual line and barrel of moose. I'm not against the core concept, but I feel like Anon's the kind of person to say that, and not Ana. Good old anal. Just school stuff, worrying about Anon. God, we're making no progress. Make things awkward as hell. First to being okay, to share a table with Fang, gave me the silent treatment. Math was a different ballgame. It's fucking math! You don't have to work together with anyone. Destroyed her in public. Honey, you're 18. And you realize I was already pregnant, and if you get an A in this class, I'm going to need to take some personal initiative. Well, you know what they say. If nobody's gonna do it, you might as well do it yourself. Doesn't make the hookers. The silencer reach out to talk to me. Was unsure how to broach it. Can't blame him. and share them with Nasser and the girls. So Nasser, you and Anon, thank you, Naomi, for hammering my piece into the dust. The track captain. Why would you ever call him the track captain? Unless you particularly respect this position about him. Like, again, you know what? I'm gonna have to make an executive decision. I'm pretty sure he's actually fucking with us. I'm just gonna fast forward to the end on this. Like, the ending literally ends like this. Welcome to the club, with Fang going like, oh, your sister let you down. And I think the thing she did is she didn't show up. Yeah, she didn't. She missed him doing the fucking... I don't get this. And I'm pretty sure this guy's fucking with us, especially with how Samantha gets retooled into a position that doesn't make sense for her to be in. Like, there's so many tiny changes that just accumulate to... Swanfather, please stop drinking lead paint. It's not a replacement for beer. Jesus. I think I'm kind of done. I think we're gonna go back to the fic that does in fact actually, you know, do something. How many chapters in was I on that? How many chapters in was I on that? Is a great question. Man, it is rare for me to just straight up give up, but Jesus fucking Christ! I would like to point out, right, that if I'm correct here, this entire thing is like just talking about like I need to invite her to my thing. I Mrs. Erin and Homek. It's so much back and forth communication between characters where I'm like, bitch, your reader already knows this. You don't need to explain this. I do want to know what Anna's doing instead, though. Like, I'm not even sure what the fucking relationship is. A big problem I have with a lot of what these things do is that they often try to go for the golden ending, and I'm like, bitch, get out of here. Write some dramatics. Write something sad. Again, between, like, the weird racism that is neither low-key nor appropriate, it's just really weird, man. But yeah, it's all just basically one scene, and it is dramatically overwritten. Are you kidding me? Wait, is Naomi intentionally moving her away? I mean, I guess that's fair. Did you think the dots would be good? Oh my god, yeah. Swanfather is either hot dog shit at writing. Like, he genuinely doesn't understand why this is kind of a fucking problem. So, yeah, we're doing the very... I mean, it's kind of creative. I'm not going to give it 0 points for not trying, but fuck if it's not great. And it feels like you could have built to it better than this. Let's look at the comments. We're going to call this a fucking hogwash, and I'm never, ever, ever doing anything from Swanfather again. I'm not bothering with this fucking anal cyst of a man. I'm done believing that he's capable of trying, or intending to try. Might explain why he barely fucking writes anything. Is this another fanfic without a gap year? Why do college application happen before the school year ends? I don't get American education. Man, I appreciate that Armageddonus remains one of the few fucking... Remains one of the few fucking stabilities in my life, is that Armageddonus has got my back. Doesn't mean anything, but he's there. Okay, yeah, apparently Rita's gonna be shipped with her. Okay, cool. Well, great, fantastic. I don't care. I think we're done here. I'm washing my hands of this, and we're done. I'm not doing this. He do be doing a little bit of trolling, which is fair, but I'm not gonna fucking bother with that. I'm done. The point has been made. So where was I? I was asking myself the question where the fuck I was with this thing. I want to take responsibility. I kind of want to give it a go, as it were. chapters are... they're not that big. But on the other hand, maybe I should just cool down and go somewhere else. Schrodinger's cringe. Either he's a dumbass or a troll. You can be both. Why can't he be both? Why can't he just be hot fucking ass?